Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Angelkovski. We're here in Etobicoke. We're in the prime beaches in Toronto, and we're about to look at the most ideal beach property. Come on. Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Angelkovski. We're here in East York with Ben. How are you, Ben?
Good, Andre. How you doing?
Awesome, thank you. So behind me, Ben has just purchased this bungalow, and Ben is going to build his future home,
My dream home.
your dream home. And he's your intention is to move into it. And what we wanted to show you today is the before picture. So we'll take a look at the house inside and out, and we'll explain to you viewers out there what Ben has gone through so far to prepare for this build. Okay, so why don't we take a look around?
All right, so the lot is 25 by 126.
Okay, so that's a pretty good lot for building. And we're walking down a driveway here, right?
Private driveway, yeah.
You plan on demolishing or just using the existing shell and building up?
We are going to use the existing shell and just build up, strengthen the foundation with underpinning, and then just remodel the entire existing interior.
Okay. Okay, let's, so right now it's siding. You're not gonna, what's your plan on doing on the exterior?
Aluminum siding, or sorry, corrugated steel and special stuff, and stucco.
All right.
I want to give it that modern look.
Okay, let's go. Head out to the back. What's your plan so far? This is a garage?
This is going to be converted into a garage. One car, of course. We want to demolish this shed over here and kind of extend the garden with a deck. Redo the fence. You know, just make it really inviting, warm, nice little hangout place for barbecues and stuff like that.
And are you going to be going out to sticking to this level here, or are you going back,
Also,
shortening it?
what we're going to do is we're going to demolish all this stuff. Shed.
This is a shed?
Yeah, this is a shed, and also the entrance to the basement, the current entrance to the basement.
That's right, yeah.
And then over here, we're gonna demolish up to here.
Okay.
And this is gonna be all sliding windows, a sliding door.
Okay. So the house is going to end there. This is no longer going to be
This is
in
no longer
existence.
gonna be here now.
Okay, let's go inside.
Welcome to the chef's kitchen.
So Ben, as we're walking through the house, you want to create something or build this house without having to go to committee of adjustments, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the important part to understand for our viewers is your approximate wait time if you had to go to committee of adjustments is around
6 to 8 months.
Okay, so that's quite a long time.
Yeah.
And in order for you to avoid going to committee of adjustments, you have to deal with a couple of, I guess, issues that you're like now accepting. So for example, when we go into the basement, actually, we'll go into the basement soon, but we were gonna underpin,
Mm-hmm.
but you were thinking about, instead of underpinning, you were gonna raise the floors, and that was to save you a lot of money.
Yeah, so initially I wanted to just raise the floors of the house. That would have cost maybe about 30,000-40,000. We ran into problems with the side of this house and how close it is. Sorry. So because we're so close to the other house, we had to have a setback, a shift of 4 feet for the second floor. And because we're raising the floor and also the shift, it's going to cause a 7-foot height in the main floor.
So if we're looking here,
Yeah,
everything's gonna be 9 feet or 10 feet.
9 feet,
9
and
feet.
then one section or 4 feet of the house is going to be 7 feet.
Yeah.
So it would have looked awkward. Probably wouldn't have got like a good number, resale value or whatever.
Yeah, it would definitely, it would not be an attractive feature. So instead of doing that, you decide to underpin.
Underpin,
And
yeah.
keep the main floor ceiling all uniform at 9 feet.
Yes.
And then the second floor, 4 bedrooms?
4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath on the main floor, and then a bedroom and a bathroom in the basement.
With a separate entrance?
Separate entrance, yeah.
So potential nanny suite.
Nanny
In-law
suite,
suite.
yeah. Nanny or in-law suite, or just keep your kids down there if you need them, I don't know.
Yeah. Numbers.
Okay, so I purchased this property for $775. The amount that I want to put into it is $475, and that includes underpinning the full renovation of the main floor, second story, done out the door. This will be my personal residence. So if I were to sell the house, we were looking at about 1.5 million, or around there, and that's about 8 to 12 months of renovation time.
So for people out there who are looking to build a bungalow or build a 2-story home from a bungalow, you buy something for around $775 in East York, and you can put in close to $500,000. You're in it at 1.25 in and around there, and if it's worth around 1.5, you've made some good equity there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at the main floor, and then we'll head on to the basement. So, did you, in your floor plans that you created with your architect, it's not 25 feet wide in here, the lot is 25 feet
Yeah,
wide.
the lot is
so
25 feet, and here is about 16 feet.
16 feet.
Yeah.
And you still came up with a good layout that has an open concept, living room, dining room, kitchen.
Yeah, the architect did an excellent job with maximizing space and just the flow of the actual house and everything, so I'm very happy with him.
Yeah, even putting 4 bedrooms upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
originally there was a 3-bedroom plan, and then we're like, can we squeeze in a 4th? And he did it beautifully.
Definitely.
Okay, so this is another room in behind here, the front door, and let's go see the basement, shall we?
The gem.
The gem. All right, so we're obviously really either tall guys, or this is a really slow, short basement. Whether you were building this or not, when we come into a basement like this, it's highly recommended to underpin, especially if we're making a legal basement apartment. And for a duplex, we need 6'5", and for a triplex, we need 6'11". But we don't have neither of those down here, so it would be worth underpinning. And for your purpose, you're going to make it into either an in-law suite, a nanny suite, or just for your own rec room. So underpinning it is very valuable. And like we said, instead of raising the floors to cause that 4-foot lower section on the main floor, you're underpinning, and it's going to be a huge basement. Like, it goes the full span of your main floor. So the people who are underpinning, it's rock bottom, right?
Rock bottom, yeah.
Roughly speaking, the entire cost of the underpinning is
around 98,000 taxes in.
and that includes
The actual underpinning, the waterproofing, the actual walkout, in-floor drains,
the waterproofing.
yeah, the waterproofing, yeah.
Okay, so the process that you had to take to get the ball rolling for ready to start actually doing your demolition, what did you have to go through? Who did you speak to first, and how did you go about it?
So the first thing you need to speak to, or the first person you need to speak to, is your architect. Have him come in, take pictures, measurements, and then he'll come up with a rough drawing, and that's going to be an indication of what you can and what you can't do. Second, I approached Rock Bottom, the underpinners, and they came in, they did their measurements, they told me what they can do and what I can expect, and then next, probably just a demolition crew, and then we're going to get started.
And what about financing, construction?
Oh, okay.
Construction loans, not everyone has $475,000 in their back pocket. What are some ways that they can get this money?
So there's a lot of private investment groups that you can approach. You might need to have somebody guess, liaison you into the group, but you can, like people like Andre and people like whoever's in the business, your mortgage brokers, lawyers, they should know somebody who actually is in the private investment game, and they can actually introduce you to these people. There are little hoops that you might need to jump through, like appraisals and getting your drawings done and stuff like that. But once you approach them and you make friends with them, you can actually have relationships through your entire career. So it's very important to just build relationships, make friends with people. Andre.
So it's good that you mentioned that, because the people that you do come across and you cross bridges with, they're great to build relationships with, especially if you plan on building more of these types of homes and you do need construction loans. Building your dream team is just like building your dream house. You want to do it right, and I think you're off to a great start, Ben.
Awesome.
And I look forward to seeing the progress here and eventually the final reveal, and hope we can educate our viewers on how you're doing and the success that you're incurring as well.
Definitely.
Any last words?
I don't know. I'm not used to this.
Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.